Are you ready to turn heads? Luxury isn't just worn, it's experienced. Introducing a Layla Cara style and new up-and-coming designer collection where exclusive shoes and bags for men and women meets your feet. How about you take a handbag and wear it in style, where each piece is personally designed by Layla Carroll herself and handcrafted from the finest material in Italy. Leather, smooth like butter, bold, timeless, distinctly you. Step into true elegance and make your mark with a Layla Cara style where confidence meets craftsmanship. Visit a Layla Cara style and experience the luxury of art that you wear.
Hey everybody, welcome to a Layla's world. Yana, you're welcome. Oh, that ain't working. Had to get a little sip of my little Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay, I gotta fix this headset because it feels so uncomfortable. I got two headsets on, one for the podcast and the other one so I can get some volume up in this place so I don't have to be yelling and raising my voice. So I wanted you to know, first off, before we get started, the device that I'm using, the headset, I want to share this with you. It's called the Culture. So if y'all haven't heard of it, it's actually a headset with a microphone and it projects your voice. And you can get it online. And I'll put the, I will find the link so I can put it in the comments so that way you'll be able to purchase one of these. It's called the Culture, Coacher. It's funny how this thing is called the Culture and I'm a life coach. I know. So let's get to it. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time, but I do want to share some information before I get started on the forecast of what to be looking forward to for the year of 2024. So as for me, Layla, I am excited about the new year coming. I hope you guys are too. And if you're not, well, I'm here to kind of help you get excited. Hopefully, some of the information that I give to you guys will be inspiring and you can be able to use it to help you to become a better you. So, everything that I do is natural. I don't like to try to be perfect because nobody's perfect. And I like to show my flaws because I am a flawed human being. And for this year of 2023, we are ending it. It's going away. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not always excited about the new year. I used to be, but not anymore. Every year brings about a disaster or something happening. Have you noticed that? Have you guys even paid attention to that right now? How every year something crazy or tragic start happening. And it's almost like, I don't want this year to end because I'm not ready for what next year going to bring. But we cannot live in fear. We have to live our lives every single day that we're here, one day at a time. But as we continue to grow and live our lives one day at a time, we do have to realize that if we wake up tomorrow, we need to be ready for tomorrow. And I want to help guide some of you guys in two different areas. One is going to be in your relationships, all different types of relationship, whether it's romance, your romantic relationship, or family relationship, friendship, co-workers, boss, whatever. Whatever relationship you have with a human being, I am here to give you information on that. I want to give you information on that, but I also want to give you information on self-care. Those are the two things I want to focus on the most for 2024. When I talk to you guys, it's going to be about relationships and self-care. So sometimes it's going to be about one or the other, or sometimes it's going to be about both. It just depends. So stay tuned. Whenever you see me post a video, I do ask that you share it with others. I never been viral before, but I don't really try to go viral. What I want you to do is share it with somebody who you feel that needs this information, because everybody go through something sometimes, including yourself. And you never know what a person is going through. You just don't know. All you know is that when something happened, you probably could have helped that person, but it was may be too late. So just share the message. And once they get the message, they'll know if they need it or not. Okay, let's get to it. So first off, for those of you on my podcast listening, welcome, welcome, welcome. So as you know, the next year we're going to have more information about self-care as well as relationships. And I want to help build your confidence. I want to help build your self-esteem and your self-love. But I also want to help you develop a personality that will attract healthy relationships to you. So if you are in a relationship with someone and I'm going to talk about on the romantic side right now. If you're in a relationship with somebody and that person is not feeding you the love that you require, I would put it like this: you might not be requiring it from them. They probably don't really know how to love you, but you need to know how to teach them to love you. And the best way to do that is to learn how to love yourself first. That's what a self-care is going to come in at. And after you know how to love yourself properly, then you can teach others how to love you that way. And it doesn't matter if it's a relationship with same sex, opposite sex, or even if a relationship with your family members, because sometimes family members think that they can treat you any kind of way because y'all blood. The problem is that you grow in time. Time brings about a change. So you will grow. You will change the way you do things. You're not going to always be the same. Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. If you are, then you're not growing and you're stagnant and you're perishing, and that's something that you do not want to do. So you want to make sure that you are learning every day and that you are putting yourself in a position to be ready to receive love. I want to read from my book, 365 Days of Mindfulness, Your Daily Affirmation. And I want to read day 343. And what that day entails, it says, worthy of love, I embrace healthy and fulfilling relationship that is natural to my soul. So I'm going to reread it again because I did read it kind of wrong. So worthy of love, I embrace healthy and fulfilling relationships that nourish my soul. Okay. And I'm going to elaborate on every part of this quote. And I want to teach you how to cultivate the type of love that you should be able to draw to yourself.
We'll be back after a quick break.
If you haven't already, check out my luxury shoe and bag collection, a Layla Cara style. Each piece is personally designed by me and handcrafted from genuine Italian leather. Whether you're dressing up or keeping it casual, these pieces were made to help you walk with confidence. because real style starts from how you feel. Go to alelacarolstyle.com and experience these bold, timeless, and completely all you. Check it out. You might find something you like.
Recognizing your worthiness of love is a powerful step towards cultivating healthy and fulfilling relationships. Here are some ways you can continue to embrace and nourish such relationships. Number 1, self-love. Cultivate a strong sense of self-love and self-compassion. When you love and care for yourself, you bring a positive energy into your relationships. I'm not going to elaborate on that. I think I said exactly what it needs to be said. Number 2, set boundaries. Clearly communicate your needs and boundaries in relationships. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect and understanding. I will elaborate on that. A lot of people fall short in this department. They don't know how to set boundaries. And hey, I was one of them, so I can speak from experience. When you do not know how to set boundaries in your relationships, then you are giving the other person permission to cross the line with you. Yeah, I'm going to say that one more time. When you do not know how to set boundaries in your relationship, you are giving the other person permission to cross the line with you. And it's not their fault, it's yours, because you did not let them know how far they can go with you. So, here are some examples of setting boundaries. If you are the type of person that you do not respond well when someone is yelling at you, you need to let that person know ahead of time before you even get to a point or place in time in your relationship where y'all will get to that level. The best thing to do is have those communications. Here are some ways to kind of start it off. If you're on a date and it's your first date or your second date or your 15th date and y'all haven't had an argument yet, you ask the question. Say, how do you deal with conflict? And listen to what they say. They might say, well, I don't like conflict. I don't like confrontation. And usually sometimes the person who say they don't like confrontation usually be the one who's starting the confrontation. You'll be amazed at that. But still listen to what they have to say and let them know. That is your opening to let them know your boundaries. And you can let them know, hey, I'm going to be straightforward with you. I don't perform well. I don't do well with people yelling at me and screaming at me. So if we ever get into an argument, please don't yell at me, because I don't accept it. And not only that I don't accept it, I don't take it well. So if you yell at me, I'm either going to shut down if you're the type of person who shut down, or I'm going to yell back at you. And now we're going to be at a screaming match with each other if you are that type of person who match energy for energy. So you have to let them know your boundaries right away. Now I'm going to give some more examples of boundaries. Let's say you're with a person who like to joke around a lot. And some people don't know how far to go with their jokes. They think that it's just pure fun and game, but it's not necessarily always so. And if you're the type of person that do not respond well with someone making fun of you, you let them know that as well. I can tell that you are a jokester. I see that you like to joke around and kid around, but I'm going to let you know I don't take that well. Even though you say you're playing, I don't feel it to be funny. I don't find it funny. I don't feel in my spirit that it's funny. I'm not laughing. So please do not make jokes on me in that way, because you have some people who will make a joke, crack a joke, and in their joking manner, seems harmless to them, but is hurtful to you. So please set those boundaries ahead of time and keep your boundaries set. Don't take that wall down. Once you have built that wall by setting that boundary, you keep it there and leave it there. That way they will always remember how far they can go with you. Okay, number 3, effective communication. Foster open and honest communication. Share your thoughts, feelings, and concerns, and encourage. Did I do this right? Wait a minute. Let me turn that page right. I'm tripping. Okay. Share your thoughts, feelings, and concern, and encourage your loved ones to do the same. Active listening is key. Active listening. A lot of people don't know how to do that. That is oh my goodness. That is like a marathon, a race that need to be ran. Not a lot of people know how to do it. Active listening is basically shutting your mouth up, opening up your ears and your mind to hear what this person is actually saying to you, feeling the emotions if they are portraying any emotions with it, and then stating what you heard them say. And if they have not said what you said is not to be true, then you let them know, this is the way I heard it. Please elaborate a little bit more so I can be clear. Active listening, okay? Also, talking over people when they talk, it's such a bad habit. And it's a hard habit to break if you are that type of person that you are waiting to respond. You don't get enough time to listen to what the person is telling you. You're taking up more time thinking about what you want to say. So by the time you do open your mouth, you didn't realize they were still talking. And you constantly do it over and over again. That is very rude. It's so rude. It's one of the rudest things to do. And when you cut someone off, please apologize. Say, I did not mean to cut you off. Excuse me for cutting you off. Or do you mind if I speak and say something before I lose my train of thought? And if they say no, if you got a piece of pen or paper, write down your thoughts. Sometimes people don't carry pens and papers. How do I know this? Because I'm always been asked for a pen. But the point is that I say to you, find a way to listen to what they're saying, take it in, then respond when it's your turn to respond. Some people are long-winded, and I know some of those folks. Ooh, you be like, are you done yet? Are you done? Oh my goodness, please be done. But they got so much to say. Let them say it. Sometimes whatever it is they're saying, they might answer the question that you might want to ask them, but they answered it, so now you don't have to ask the question, okay? Number 4, empathy. That's a big deal there. Empathy. Practice empathy by putting yourself in others' shoes. Understanding your perspective can strengthen, understanding their perspective, not yours, theirs. Their perspective can strengthen your connection and create a more supportive environment. I want to definitely talk more about this one. You know, people who have a narcissistic personality don't have empathy. They don't even know how to feel it. They don't know how to put themselves in your shoes. If you are that kind of person, you need to find out why you're like that. Why you cannot feel other people's pain. Why you cannot put yourself in other people's shoes to understand that they are human just like you. It's not fair that you feel that you should be able to have someone having empathy for you in your situation, but you don't turn the favor for them. It's a give and take. It's a give and take. You give, you take, they give, they take. It works together. And when you are in a situation or relationship with somebody and they're expressing themselves to you, that is one of the most rudest thing, most disrespectful thing that you could do is not try to feel empathy for them or sympathy for them. Now, empathy is when you can say that you have experienced what they have experienced. You have been through what they are going through. Sympathy is that you have not been through it, but you can imagine in your mind what that could be like. So, for example, if you are with someone who lost a loved one that they love so dearly, it could be a parent, it could be a child, or a relative. Point, it could even be a best friend, and they lost them, they passed away, or whatever. You should be able to understand that with empathy, knowing that you have lost someone too. So remember and reflect on how you felt when you lost someone that was dear to you and understand what they're going through and show emotions. It's okay to be vulnerable. Vulnerability helps your relationship grow. Now, if you never have lost anyone dear to you and you don't know what that's like for instance, your partner lost a parent and you still got both of your parents, okay, you cannot show empathy on that because you don't know what that's like. But you can show sympathy. You can be understanding that if that was you who had lost your parents, how would it make you feel? So that's what I'm talking about. Please understand that empathy go a very long way in your relationships. All of them across the board, okay? Quality time. Spending quality time with your loved ones, whether it's friends, family, or a romantic partner, meaningful connections often deepens when you invest time and attention. So for some of you people out there that say that the person that you are with is needy or they always want all your time or you feel like they just clingy, you need to understand why they feel that way. Is it because they don't get enough of your time? You are always busy. You never have time for them, but you make time for everybody else. Yeah. One thing I can say about that is we make time for anyone that we find important to us. So for those of you who have a person that you have been asking to spend time with you, come in your life, be with you, spend time. I need your time. And they tell you, I'm busy. I got a lot going on. I just don't have the time. They are lying to you. They have the time. They just don't want to make time for you. That's just what it is. Every human being makes time for what they are interested in. When we want money, we make time to go to work. Oh, we gonna make that bread. When we want sex, we gonna make time to find that person who gonna give it to us and spend that time with them for that moment, even if it's just to hit it and quit it. When we want to be entertained, we're gonna make time to go to that entertainment, whether it's sports events, a movie, or some people call it the picture show. It's movies to me. But or if it's just whatever it is, a concert, people make time for what they want to make time for. If they're not interested, they're just not interested. And understand that you just might not be that interesting enough to them. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to talk about my next podcast will be about self-confidence, how to get it. But I'm going to keep it going. So celebrate differency. Embrace the uniqueness of each person in your life. Recognize that differences, that you've been different, okay, can contribute to the richness and diversity of your relationship. Everyone has something about them that is so unique and special. Each person have their own personality. That is the most common and the most valuable and the number one uniqueness about you is your personality. Some people personality are bland and dull. Then you got some who are all out there and over the top and bubbly. And then you got those who sway back and forth with their personality. They might be like, I'm a little reserved sometimes. Then I'm a little wild and out there sometimes. And they got mixed personalities, That's not good to have mixed personality. I'm gonna let you know that right now because that's hard for a person to take you and understand you. It's almost like you have split personalities, different people living inside of you. You might want to go to a psychiatrist for that. But understand that your personality is who define who you are. That is what defines you, your personality. How is their personality? I always ask that question about somebody when I talk to other people about somebody. Like someone tell me something about a person, I ask, how is their personality? What is their personality like? Because I don't want to deal with people who have a narcissistic personality. I've already dealt with that before. That person is always about them, me, and me. And they mad all the time, angry all the time because things don't go their way, and they're brat. And on top of that, I don't deal with those kind of personalities. So I like people who are calm, cool, collected, laid back. They understand the purpose of life. They understand that life brings about changes and challenges and mixing all kinds of things. So they understand that things are not always going to go their way. And that's something that makes a person unique in their own way, to where you can, well, I don't know about you, but me, I can relate to them because I understand that concept about them and I understand that concept about life. Things are not going to always go the way you want it. So you be prepared to be flexible, be prepared to be flexible. 1 second. I want to drink some wine. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that wine is good. Yeah, that's good. Today is December 22nd, 2023. Whew, it's a Friday, you guys. I'm excited I'm excited because I am happy. I am happy. I have not been this happy in a very long time. And this is why and I want to share this happiness with you guys. I want y'all to understand how having a healthy relationship, how beautiful that is. And I wrote it in this book, and I realized that all the bad relationships I have had, oh my goodness. I know a good one when I see one because I know and I've had plenty of bad ones. So let's keep it going. Number 7. Number 7 is forgiveness. Practice forgiveness and let go of grudges. Holding onto resentment can hinder the growth of healthy relationships. I want to lean back on that one. And I'm going to think, and I'm going to talk my thoughts about forgiveness. When I was married to my second husband, one of the things that I learned about him was that he did not feel or believe that he should forgive people who had done him wrong. And it stemmed all the way to his childhood. And we had conversations about that because I remember asking him, why do he have such a foul mouth? Why did he talk the way he talked? and why he's so quick tempered. And he told me because I was bullied when I was a kid. And I was like, okay, well, that was when you was a kid, but you're 50 years old now. So you should have learned by now that you can't change the past. You need to forgive the past and move on. And he was like, why should I forgive people? Why? Why? And I was like, because if you want to be forgiven, then you shall forgive them too. And on top of that, forgiveness free you from all that bondage that you got yourself wrapped up in. You tied down because you keep holding on to the past, and the past have not let you go because you won't let go of it. And of course, he was like, in his feelings or thoughts about it, but I just noticed that a lot of the times in our conversations, he would bring up something that happened to him when he was younger. And then even went up to in his 20s, he brought up things about happened to him in his things that happened to him in his 20s. And and then I told him all those things that happened to you back then, you brought that into our marriage. And now I'm dealing with something that I had no part of. And it's not fair that I have to deal with that. It's not fair for me. I know life is not fair, but one of the things for certain is that I shouldn't have to be bearing the burden of things that you should have let go of years ago. You guys, it is very important to forgive. Forgiveness is not for the other person. I know y'all have probably heard this before, but it's the truth. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is the one very thing that sets you free from all the pain that you have endured, from all the pain that you are still enduring. Forgiveness also free you from having bad decisions based on what happened to you back then. Forgiveness allowed you to start over and start brand new as a whole new person, whole new person. Forgiveness is a powerful tool to possess in your bags of tricks of anything that you think that is helpful for you. Add forgiveness to that bag. So I forgive my ex-husband for the things that he did to me, for how he treated me, and the things that he did not do for not stepping up as being a husband and as being a man. I forgive him for all the name callings that he had said to me. I forgive him for hitting me and putting his hands on me. I forgive him for choking me. I forgive him for treating me like I was nothing to him. I forgive him for that. And because I forgave him, God blessed me with a man that loved and adores me. And not only that he loved and adored me, he loved and adored my son. And he treats my son as his own, but with such beautifulness to where I can't even describe the beauty that I see in their relationship that they have with each other. And forgiveness, I'm telling you guys, because I forgave him, my heart feels better. I feel that my heart has been put back together because I had a broken heart behind that, but my heart has been put back together and I'm able to smile for real. Okay. I mean, with a glow that is radiating out of me. And not only that, I have so much fun with my husband right now. I have so much fun with him. I look forward to being with him. I look forward to just being able to just sometimes just do nothing, but just knowing that he's there. I know that you might say, well, you just got married, you're gonna be married a year and a half or whatever. But wait until the trouble come. Trouble always linger around. Trouble is always there. Oh yes, me and my husband have been through some things in these few years that we've been together. We have weathered some storms together. Mm. He was there with me when I was divorcing my ex-husband, and when my ex-husband was popping up and doing crazy things or whatever at the time. My Now let me tell you about my husband now. I've been knowing my husband since 2012. So we have been knowing each other for a very long time. So he's no stranger to me. It's just we decided to be together after I left my ex-husband and make it official as a couple and give each other a chance and a try and figure out if this is better for us to be together instead of me going out looking for another man and he go out looking for another woman and we just be friends. No, it's like, hey, let's try this together and see how this works. I know you, you know me. We know each other's flaws. We know what we like. Let's see how that works. And that's why we're together, because it's working. And I don't have to hide myself from him. I am goofy as hell, and he is too. I think he's more goofy than me. We do. But I love it. I love goofiness because I love the goofiness because he knows how to turn it on and off. You know when to be serious. Oh, I see him when he's out there doing the coaching with his team. Oh, he don't play. When it comes to coaching those boys, oh, he don't play. They better listen to Coach Karen. Oh boy, they know it. They know it. And those kids love him. They adore him. And matter of fact, we moved from Lake Charles back to Houston, and those kids still reach out to my husband saying, "I wish y'all was still coaching us," and all that stuff. And Coach, if my dad pays for coaching sessions, would you still train me and all that? And I'll be like, boy, I told him when we first moved to Lake Charles that it was more than just for him to go and coach or and help his friend who was the head coach to help him out. I say it's more to it than that. You're about to leave an impact on those children, and they're gonna need what you have. They're gonna need it. And don't look at it like a job. Don't look at it like just this is just what I do. Literally take the time to mold these boys into manhood. Teach them about everything that you have in you to make it in this world, because then most of those kids are not going to go to the NBA and stuff like that. So teach them about the life that they're about to embark on. And they had such an amazing time. And I say they, I'm talking about my husband and the head coach, his friend. And they had such an amazing time teaching those boys about life. And it is what I'm talking about. So what I'm talking about here is forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Because when you forgive, you will learn how to not hold on to grudges. And also, your heart will be put back together. Wouldn't have that broken heart. Number 8 is support each other's growth. I kind of got into that a little bit when I was talking about my husband. Encourage personal and professional growth in yourself and your loved ones. Celebrate achievements and provide support during challenges. We know that challenges and challenging times are always awakening itself around us. It's just there. And it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be challenging. So it's going to challenge us. And when you are in a relationship with somebody, or even a friendship, like I said, family members and so forth, you see they're going through something, encourage them. Give them encouragement. Let them know that this too shall pass. Trouble don't last always, okay? It's going to be over with soon. But help them to understand that they have to deal with that challenge, because running away from the challenge is not going to help the situation, and it's not going to help them learn how to overcome things, and they're going to always find themselves repeating that situation over and over again. Number 9, express gratitude. Regularly express gratitude for the positive aspects of your relationships. It could be as simple as thank you, or a felt note of appreciation. Telling the person that you appreciate them, oh man, it helps them to continue doing good and to continue to do well. A lot of people don't know how wonderful they really are until they hear it come from you. Sometimes we have these thoughts that go through our head that tell us that we're no good, or that tells us that we beat ourselves up, is what I want to say. But when you tell the person that you do appreciate them for the things that they do for you, or that they're doing for themselves, because sometimes when a person does things for themselves and they better themselves, whatever they're doing to better themselves can also help better you. Let them know that you appreciate it, because it will help them to understand that what's happening with them, that they're on the right track, and then they won't feel so defeated. Number 10, surround yourself with positivity. Foster a positive environment in your relationships by surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Positiveness can be encouraging. You want to make sure that whoever you are around, that you are around someone who has a positive mindset. Being around people who are always negative, oh my goodness, that is draining. That is so draining. But not only that it's draining, remember that energy transfer to one another. So if you have negative energy and another person has positive energy, whatever one is the most dominant is going to transfer into the other person. Most of the time, negative energy is more dominant than positive, due to the fact that it's draining, and it can drain all the life out of you. But positive energy can put life back in you and power you up. So you have the draining part or the positive part, which is charging you. So you got charging or draining. Which one do you feel that you want the most of? And that's the reason why you got to be careful with surrounding yourself around negative people. You want to surround yourself with positive people, because it'll help constantly charge you and keep you charged. Even during the time when you're finding yourself being drained, you have no more energy left in you, or you feel like you don't, because you usually do. You just don't know it yet. You want to be around someone who's positive so they can help boost you back up. So remember that healthy relationships start with a healthy relationship with yourself. That's number 1. Always remember that. So loving yourself is one of the things that a lot of people don't know how to do. So you definitely want to learn how to love yourself. And we will talk about that in another video, okay? As you continue to affirm your worthiness of love and embrace these principles, you'll likely find that your relationships become more meaningful, supportive, and fulfilling. So that is going to be it for that lesson, and I will come back with another lesson. Signing out, Layla. Are you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted by stress? Introducing Stress Management with Imaging Coaching, your ticket to a calmer, more balanced life. In this journey you will be taken with us here at Imaging Coaching, We'll equip you with powerful techniques and tools you can use to conquer stress, regain control, and transform your life. From deep breathing exercises to mindfulness practices, you'll discover the tools to relax your mind and body. Come join us on this transformative path and unlock a world of inner peace and resilience. Don't let stress hold you back any longer. Take charge of your well-being today with Imaging Coaching, your stress management team. Discover clarity. Defeat stress through Imaging Coaching at imagingcoaching.com. At imagingcoaching.com. At imagingcoaching.com. At imagingcoaching.com.